With increasing economic hardship and limited access to social services, some Canadian families are finding it difficult to provide their children with a safe and caring environment during times of crisis in their lives. The latest stats reveal that roughly 61,000 children and youth are living in permanent government care in Canada. Another 300,000 children and youth are living with vulnerable or unstable families and are significantly at risk of abuse and neglect. Since 2014, Safe Families Canada has been trying to solve this problem by helping to provide a circle of support to struggling parents desperate for help.
A family should not be torn apart because of a lack of resources, and that is really what is that we see happening is poverty, not just lack of money, but a lack of resources is why children have been removed from homes, or it's overwhelm for a parent.
The Safe Family Canada's model begins with the local church. Volunteers are encouraged to open up their hearts and homes to provide extended family-like support to parents and children in crisis.
We use our model, which is the circle of support. So a family is connected to a family coach, and that coach will help parent or parents set goals and help them reach those goals. So that could look like getting them connected to resources in the community. And then we have a family friend, and that's someone who's on the other end of a phone call. And then we have host families, and host families provide that temporary care in their home for children. So parents always remain in custody of their children, but we're coming along as like this extended family-like support. So where maybe my sister or my aunt or my mom would come in and help me with my kids, that's what we're trying to provide for these families that have nobody. So this is a circle of support. So it's all volunteers from a local church.
Do you want to try the slide again? Where's the slide? Oh yeah!
I'm gonna down.
And in this way, we're really acting as the body of Christ, right? We're being the hands and feet of Jesus in the ways that we're able to. And the beauty of Safe Families is we all have, different capacities, different gifts and talents and different wisdom to offer. And when it all comes together, it's this huge network of support.
As a single mom of 3 children and a 4th on the way, Kaylee turned to Safe Families Canada for help during one of her pregnancies.
We were really, really struggling when we were pregnant with Charlie, and then as soon as she was born, so that was really hard. And even now, like a few months out of having baby number 4, like thinking of what that would have looked like with zero support or zero community, like I think we'd be in a very different place. And just having people who are for us and really encourage us to be the best that we can be has been really great, who believe in me as a parent and have helped provide support and resources so that I'm able to be a better parent for my kiddos. I think they've also seen the benefit of that. Mama!
Kaylee is one of my favorite people in the world. She has a ton on her plate, and she is one overwhelmed mama. She's hilarious. She is a single mom. She has 3 children, and she is pregnant with her 4th. Her oldest is in her care full time, and then her 2 middle children are with host families. All of our host families are really great friends with Kaylee. That's been, I think, the best thing about this is that we're all very close. We love this woman dearly. We love her children dearly. And it really feels like we're just doing life together.
Amanda began volunteering with Safe Families Canada after she saw the difference it made in her own life.
We, as a family, were going through a rough time and we needed some help. And somebody suggested reaching out to Safe Families and see if they would be able to help. So I did, and within a week we had 6 ladies that had lined up to help our family, and they were there for 12 weeks until we didn't need them anymore. And then after a little while I thought, saying thank you just doesn't seem like enough. So I called Safe Families and said, hey, can I volunteer?
Volunteering as a family friend, coach, and mentor, Amanda has been helping Kaylee for the past year.
When I first met Kaylee, she was pregnant and needed like prenatal support, babysitting services, stuff like that. We first got together and our friendship grew very fast.
Oh, again?
She was expecting her third child, and I ended up being there with her, and I helped deliver the baby, I cut the cord, and it's just been amazing to watch her grow and support her throughout this time.
I think your story is so unique because you started out as somebody that they were helping and now you're helping. How has being involved with it impacted and changed you?
For me, it's really opened my eyes to helping others. I make myself more available now to help others, whether it's just making a meal for somebody or, going and giving them childcare for an hour or two so they can go do something for themselves. Even just stopping by for a coffee date or a tea date, just to help that person get through their day.
Hey, where are you going? You have to catch me.
It's wonderful to have something for people to fall back on. Those who don't have a church community, those who don't have family members, or even close friends that are able to help. Safe Families is there to fill in those gaps. And along the way, support, encourage, share their faith with them. Just try to make life a little bit easier for those that need help.
Life up. There's a huge mountain. That's kind of cool.
Tell me about Amanda specifically. She's been a big part of this.
Yeah, so it's been just really great to just be able to talk to somebody and be super real about the challenges and the highlights, and when something great happens or something not so great happens, she's one of the first people I call to be like, hey, you'll never guess what just happened. So that's been really great to just have a friend.
Okay. She went for a walk last night. Go for a walk. Yeah.
Just seeing with Kaylee how she can see a light at the end of the tunnel now is really eye-opening, and it makes you feel good to know that you've opened some doors, you've given somebody some hope and a way to move forward.
And why the church is your partner? What does the church particularly have to give that makes them the perfect partner for you? And could you do it without them?
No, we could not do it without the church. This is the church. Safe Families is a name. It's the church that's offering the support, and we love sharing that with the families. One of the main mandates for every church is to love your neighbor as yourself, right? And we're called to care for the orphan and the widow in their distress, and really that means the vulnerable around us. We're not all called to do the same thing, but we are all capable of doing something. So what is your something? Then I always tell potential new volunteers, whether you have 5 minutes a week or 24 hours a day, there is a role for you. Whether you're hosting a child in your home or you're adding a little more pasta to your pot so that you can provide a meal for someone, this is God's work. This is a movement of compassion fueled by mercy to support our struggling neighbors. There is something you can do.